mean, Mystic Flare's still going to eat you alive a little bit, but
that part's not great. True.
yeah.
But you get to like two shot him, and
That's right.
he has to kind of get his spells off. You're gonna buy BKB. It'll be fine.
Yeah, that's fair. It's a weird draft from TSpirit. I feel like none of these heroes, I mean, except for Clock, really do anything. But who does he really play with? You know,
really do anything? Why are you such a hater?
Well, like
I don't feel like these heroes do anything.
So much of the mid game, I feel like, is based around like run around and fighting and like making moves, trying to get kills. And it's like, who wants to run around and get kills in this game? Maybe
so
Storm.
Like the Storm, yeah, because like the Storm has too much pressure on that. You think,
yeah,
right now, that's fair. But he's gonna have the Coddle to help him be a little bit better at that and more active.
That's true.
And you're probably right about a 3 that needs to help out with that as well. High mobility 3s are hard to find though, and they also probably want some more lockdown. So probably Beastmaster and Legion will be the 2 bans from NaVi.
Beastmaster Legion, that could be interesting. Yeah, I like those. Those both sound really good for Spirit.
Of course, and the Clock. They just played this Night Stalker with the Clockwork last time, too.
Right.
So it would be the exact same draft, but TA instead of Tiny. So that's a good one, too.
Okay.
Actually, I thought it was really interesting watching the Coddle Night Stalker combo again.
Yeah.
Man, I tell you what, the heal kept coming in clutch. It was one of the rare times where I really noticed that the team heal from the Keeper of the Light during the ulti form was doing so much work in that game versus Bet Boom. Because he would constantly pop his ulti and aim it towards Collapse in the fights, because they'd always jump Collapse, and this big herd of horses would just come through and stampede him to just enough health where he lived.
It's so strong. Yeah, I mean, it's like those little things that add up on top of the other stuff where it's like, yeah, he's annoying in lane, he gets your cooldowns lower, and then on top of that, he has this heal. It's like, well, what can't this guy do? Yeah, I am... We'll see how this goes. Both drafts look a little funky to me, but I'm wondering if NaVi really have taken heroes that can take advantage of this like sort of lull that TSpirit feel like they're going to have in their draft. I guess Ember can get active early, and with Ench and Sky, like, I mean, they also can make some moves and fight early, but they kind of need something on NaVi to pull that all together.
They got to hit some towers, too. That is one thing they're definitely lacking.
Right.
Oh, they could have had the Pango Clock combo. That would have been nice too. Seen that a couple times, right?
Yeah.
It can be good and bad. But I find usually if they're communicating well, the Clock and the Pango, because it's not like you just put someone in the cogs and you bounce around. That's not actually the most useful thing. It's more like creating better situations to bounce off of for the whole engagement on the outside of the cogs, I find.
Right. That makes sense.
Oh, okay. I was actually going to say, but they can't pick Underlord, even though it looks really good, because they haven't banned any of the counters, and all the counters look pretty good.
Yeah. Ursa. I was thinking, like, it would have been nice to take Darkseer, but Ench is too strong against it, so they needed another hero that can, like, hold towers, kind of, or stand there, and a lot of the other ones are dead. So I think Underlord's just going to have a really rough lane, but his goal is going to be to eventually, like, sort of survive. Clock's probably going to pull waves, I would imagine. That's the only thing that makes sense there.
I mean, is Ursa that bad here? I feel like I literally thought Underworld looks good, but they won't pick it because there's just like Ursa.
I think there's the bait of the Ursa, and then they don't have tower damage though, right? They get Roche.
That's definitely true. Ember Ursa is pretty scary for hitting actual structures. I mean, but they have trolls from the Ench.
Maybe a Drow, but Drow against Storm and Clock. Ugh. Yeah, I think Troll might be interesting. Is that what you just said, right? Troll?
No. Well, I mean, Troll would be fine, but I mean, they could just like do the Ursa and use the trolls with the Enchantress.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but they'll take the PA.
Yeah. Okay. It still doesn't solve their tower hitting problems, but just kill people. That works too. It's like the follow-up. Ember goes in, goes crazy, and it's like, all right, well, we don't need to take the tower. We're just gonna kill you in the base if V-Tune gets big enough. It's kind of neat.
They'll just stack everywhere and always leave the trolls. That'll be the play. We'll just always bring a troll the whole game with an Enchantress. Very easy thing to do, of course.
I love it. Well, draft-wise, how are you feeling about the two? Is there one that you're kind of favoring a little bit more?
I mean, I think I like TSpirit. I think that they got away with this Underlord in the end. I think their lanes look relatively stable. I think I do think that NaVi has a great way to play this game, though, because the PA is pretty free to just do her thing. She has some time. I don't think this is one of those times I would have to yell at someone if they were doing like a Battle Fury build. It looks okay because the 4 heroes are really active. So the question will be, can TSpirit slow down V-Tune?
Okay. That'll be something to watch for. Can they keep control of that PA? And likewise, I mean, if let's say that PA does go into the late game, get a Battle Fury, and start scaling up, do NaVi have the better scaling lineup in that instance? I don't really think so. I think TSpirit look really good in the late game. So yeah, it will be interesting to watch. I want to see if NaVi can try and like put the screws to him early. But game number 1, again, this game not determining who it is that's going to move on and be invited to the major, but they will be facing off against Mind Games for that final spot, whoever wins this series. Trent, we're gonna get ready to get into it, man. I think it could go either way. I think it could go either way.
I'm a little concerned about these supports in the late game though for Navi. Like you talk about like the scaling and stuff, which is relatively okay, but Ench, especially as a 5, can get pretty rough in the late game. You feel a little irrelevant unless like they make the mistake of focusing you. It feels like sometimes you have a hard time actually being present in the engagements and feeling you're contributing a whole lot. And then of course the Sky's going to be having sort of the same problem because of the BKBs coming out at that point.
Right.
Whereas I look at the supports from Spirit and I've got Coddle and Clockwork, who even like after BKBs, Clockwork's still relevant, and Coddle's just so good at split pushing, which neither support's really good at in NaVi, as well as having like recall abilities later on too.
So we get a nice little look there at the couriers. Yeah, it's true. I think that generally speaking, the consensus and normal logic would be that these Navi supports tend to fall off a little bit late game. But there is one thing that we need to consider. Very important, Trent. And that is, of course, if they get to super late game, Solo can get Sproink. And Sproink is freaking awesome. Get Sproink, win game. That's what I'm calling right here.
I feel like that was one that got added, and the Ags purchase fell off so hard. Like, it used to be not that rare that we would see the Ags on the Enchantress because it gave so much damage to the Impetus.
Right.
But now I never get to see the lovely Sproink.
Listen,
it still says... oh, never mind. Okay.
You got to go to turbo mode and just play offlane Ench and then rush Ags. It's so good.
That's the play.
Amazing. Yeah. Well, here, all right, hold on. I'm not going to go too deep into this, right? I'm not going to go too deep into this, but I will say one thing. It costs the same amount of mana to use an Impetus shot as it does to use Sproink, and you get 3 of them. How much value can you want? That is the best value in the game. 3 for 1.
Plus, don't you just wreck towers in turbo because you could just like get the troll and destroy them? You
yeah,
do, like better than Nature's Prophet, which everyone I guess hates.
I don't skill enchant. It's a ability for bad people. If he skills enchant this game, he's gonna lose. That's what's gonna happen.
It's cowardly to bring allies to an engagement. That makes a lot of sense.
Exactly. The battle begins. I want to see. All right, well, let's get into this one. Bounty runes look like they're going to be traded off 2 apiece and already heading down bottom. I want to see what this Skywrath Mage Sand King lane looks like, how it kind of feels. Does that say most valuable dog? What? I wasn't sure what that said there, but regardless, it feels like there's some potential for them to bully Mira if Mira just steps even a tiny bit out of line on this Coddle. Caught in a burrow strike, things are going to feel bad. Oh. Outro. Already taking some early damage. There's no one versus Toronto Tokyo in the mid lane. Already pushes out the wave and should get this one underneath this tower perfectly fine.
Well, I mean, you got the double speedy supports, right, of the Clockwork and the Coddle, so... And you have Sand King who can at least contribute if you start getting engagements happening in this bottom lane, but then your TA, not so much. I mean, sometimes you're going to hit some sweet side blades a little bit later on, so perhaps that'll become relevant, but overall, I would guess Mira's the one playing more defensive, as you can kind of see. And mid lane, we had a couple solo kills in this matchup. Well, we'll see if no one can grab one.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to watch. I mean, I think that the build, we've kind of seen some variations. I think the other day on the Ember for GPK, it went like 1-1 and tried to get the kill with the chains early on. But could swap it up for something else here. Already taking the Flame Guard to try and push it in against the Toronto Tokyo Storm instead. So a little bit of variation as up top, Maposhka finds Solo and trying to play around with them a little bit, get on in and block out the camps up on the top side there, and plays Ring Around the Tree. Battery Assault? Yeah, okay. Needs to stay blocked camp. Good.
Yeah, right, yeah. Almost stepped out of there. So, yeah, the double block. Already have the sentry in the trees. The really annoying one to take care of. And Solo not finding the time to really leave for much longer to get a creep or anything like that. Just going to focus instead with the impetus. And at least that's something useful versus collapse, right? A little bit of damage, but for the most part, I feel like that'll just stop the collapse from committing onto V2, which is fine, but you're not going to end up getting a kill on collapse.
Right.
That seems very unlikely.
No, it seems like that would be incredibly tough. We also saw there that ward that's placed up on the high ground by the Roche pit. He actually spotted the PA's courier that was sitting over there and ended up getting the courier kill because it was by the secret shop, sort of. So able to find a quick courier snipe on V2 and now can't get the Ring of Health because of it.
Yeah, so that is pretty annoying. Does have an Ench, I guess, at the very least, with 2 more tangos and a salve, so should be fine, but, you know, we're wasting regen at the very least.
Well, and the other thing is that he's going to either have to walk to the shop to get the Ring of Health, or he's going to have to send his courier under that ward again. Like,
if the ward gets a second kill,
yeah,
that would be impressive.
I don't know. I don't know what you do as V2 now. Toronto Tokyo is going to go on over and steal this bounty rune, though.
You just you send it to the other one, you know, really long trip.
Okay, I like that. Well, we'll see what ends
Sweden
up
strong
happening.
here, lurking mid though. As Toronto Tokyo returns, they have 1 point in the chains. They're gonna go for it mid.
Ooh, and the jump isn't quite enough. It looks like it has a bounty rune. Tries to survive, but it won't happen. So good rotation from Sweden strong.
Oh, all right, no one. Hit him with the tip. I mean, he's got the wand too. No hope for the regen there. And Mira gonna run mid, trying to pull the creeps out of the tower range, and also blast the small camp at the same time. Unfortunately, the timing was a little bit off there. They got de-aggroed, so didn't get the stack, but did manage to get some of these creeps away from the tower, so that now when he returns on Toronto Tokyo, he's gonna get his XP back. That was a nice play. Well done, Mira.
Interesting. Very well played. Yeah, and now again, you know, you're a little bit behind still on the storm, as you would imagine, but could be worse, definitely, as no one's actually going to pick up this water rune over to the side as well. So no one doing a good job early on of already trying to bully Toronto Tokyo. And I think that we do have that courier coming out now for PA. We'll see if they're able to get another snipe, but no, B-Tune just buys the Ring of Health, so never mind. Doesn't matter.
He's doing the walk. He's going to find Maposhka. What are you doing back here? Oh, this is inconvenient.
Top. And a quick and easy kill. That'll teach you to get my courier.
Nah, I was going to say they might get Collapse's TP, but I don't think Solo's enough mana to actually pressure with impetus here.
They have the Purge creep, which they can throw a couple of times out, but V-Tune does not have a Blightstone. They have one on Solo, though. Not going to be enough for the kill, but at least they forced the TP.
Yeah, that's great. He went all the way home, too. Couldn't even just go to the tower or something like that. So getting everybody out of this lane. And what is Maposhka doing? He's just been waiting. He's TPing to the bottom outpost, which there is a ward for. They now see him. He just walked in that ward vision. Misses the ward with the sentry. So now they know that Maposhka and probably Mira, I think, walked on it too, are both coming to the mid lane. Hopefully no one does not perish here. He already has a remnant, so he should be fine.
Right, and the timing of this ends up working out really poorly because it's also not quite Toronto Tokyo's level 6 yet. So they have to walk all the way back up to the north side on Maposhka, misses out on everything. And at the very least, like, Collapse doesn't miss a ton of XP here in lane, but V-Tune is definitely off to a great start on this PA.
Well, likewise, though, despite like Mira having to TP mid to save the wave for Tokyo, who's also being pressured. Oh, he's so close to 6. He just got it.
Oh, my God. The root, it comes through 2 times, coming towards mid for both supports. And they managed to find the kills. That one hurts.
Care to elaborate?
This is, I believe, exactly what happened in game 1 versus Bet Boom. Where Toronto had a really bad mid lane on the storm. He died like 5 times or something before 10 minutes or 12 minutes, and he just couldn't get back. But then game 2, he ended like 11-0 and 19 or something crazy. So, you know, he's got the comeback potential. Maybe it doesn't have to be next game. I'm sure he's hoping it'll be this game.
Right.
He's got a cool head.
Yeah, totally. Well, and, you know, this has, I think, been the pretty typical as we'll see the kill onto V2, and that is such a big kill, being able to take him down. Good rotation from Toronto Tokyo. But this is very typical.
I was gonna say, they were going for the mirror one bottom. They actually smoked 3 and were running right at TA, but Yadro now heads to the mid lane.
Okay. Good decision there, backing out of there. Well, and I mean, I think that this is very typical of TeamSpirit, right? That this is the way that occasionally they've had to play, where they fall behind early and then sort of wait for that moment when they all come online. And still, you know, not a substantial lead at this point. Have they already taking the tier 1 tower top? There hasn't been that counterplay yet, although it does look like they're going to go now, trying to find Mira, and no way out of this for the Coddle.
Meanwhile, up top, they spend the whole time fighting a Centaur, only for Solo to grab another creep. Kind of ruin their efforts there. But Collapse keeping the push up, and with them taking that bottom tower, you know, they're going to keep an eye on this. Like, you know, how long are you going to stay? Keep punching this? How much pressure can I get on this top? Because Collapse still has that catapult, I believe. Might as well get what you can get.
Right. Yeah, get some damage onto that tier 2 up top, but he's going to back out afterwards. Does have a point save for the Fiend's Gate if things get a little bit spicy, but towards mid, Toronto, Tokyo, Maposhka move on in with no one. And Solo starting to get brought down slightly. Maposhka dead, and one more move in there. Solo goes down. So 1 for 1, both supports dying.
Oh, at the very least, they were able to stop Toronto Tokyo from getting the rune, since he was forced to take it on the clockwork. So that actually helps a lot for your team, right? Because that's how Toronto Tokyo gets back into this game. If you're the Force core and you're a support, you know what? Even if you're the highest core and you're Storm Spirit, like you just want runes. That's all you want. Like that's how this hero plays the entire, like, pretty much until you get one item. And since we buy 5 nulls now, that one item comes quite a bit later.
Yeah, exactly. And well, at least for the moment, only has 2 of those nulls ready to go, going in for the treads next. Will run into Solo again and try to go for the big old pullback, and the kill. Is it enough? Almost there, and eventually Solo will die again. So another quick couple kills there, and Toronto almost goes down. Good jump away.
Yeah, and spending that to try and catch Toronto Tokyo means that Mira's able to run away to the west there and will survive. And Collapse in here. So Collapse has secured his own triangle for the TA. She's in there. She's stacking ancients. She's farming that. Collapse is occupying Navi's jungle and farming all of this. So yeah. Navi, you know, really missing out some space. Now, mind you, you know, they're down the bottom side. They're farming there too, but it's not quite as nice as what they've got set up over here from TeamSpirit in terms of like controlling the more important parts of the map, because you know they're also looking to sneak into that Roche pit at some point.
Yeah, of course. That's going to be something that they have to watch for when that Deso comes out eventually. Although, actually, TA Yadaro is rushing an MKB after Dragonlance. We'll see if he actually goes all the way in for that. That would be awesome. I haven't seen a TA switch up the build like that in a while.
To show PA just shows up for the first fight feeling fairly confident and just gets absolutely blown up.
That would be cool. But like we were saying, you know, this type of game for VTune, queuing up the Battle Fury, already has 2 components of it, but a little ways away. There's going to be a window here, which looks pretty good for TeamSpirit.
Yeah, I imagine they should be able to get that Aegis on a relatively short timer there for Toronto Tokyo, too. But there's the most important item of the moment there. As you can see on the courier coming through, the Blink Dagger for Lays. So now Sand King is relevant. Going to try and get involved here and try and pair up with no one. And they can, I think, kill anyone. Like, is there any... Pretty much anyone's going to die unless you target someone, like, directly next to Collapse, maybe.
Right, or if Maposhka can, like, intercept with a hook shot or something like that. Is smoking up right now, Maposhka, actually, and looks to be heading to get some wards down.
Hey, that was definitely his specialty the last game that I was watching when he was playing this Clockwork, was he saved Toronto Tokyo so many times from certain death where he's just getting ganked in the side lanes. Mira won't be so lucky, though.
No, Mira's definitely dead. And they chase on in, get the concussive shot. One more slice. Oh, my God, Mira.
Oh, the heal.
Mira.
The heal.
Oh, he got greedy on no one. Oh, that's a tip moment. I want to see it. Doesn't come out right there, but that was very well played by Mira.
Look at this. He's set. Motion's there for the save.
Moves in, goes for it immediately. Got to take some of the damage, but it's not going to be enough. And Maposhka now also in some trouble. Do they decide to chase this any further? Doesn't look like it. They have Salvo. Maposhka and could go for the turn, but a big kill there onto the TA with the blink reveal.
Yeah, I guess he probably should have hookshot in it. Because I understand his logic of, like, I don't want hookshot in there because I'm not going to be able to help, but sharing the Mystic Flare maybe could have done something. But it's okay. He's got hookshot now for the punish kill if they can get it.
Can't get the cogs down, but the jump in afterwards, Toronto Tokyo cleans up. So So they lose the clock, but get the other kill. And now they got to take care of this freaking troll that's right on their mid lane already. Summoning all the skeletons and trying to take down the tower. Won't be enough, though.
Yeah, you're just trying to have a good old-fashioned team fight, and Solo just sends this thing in to try and sneakily take the tower at the same time.
Very annoying stuff. Okay, so 4-7, very even still. Hasn't really been that much that's changed. And, well, they find Solo. Mira queuing it up, tries to get the silence. Isn't enough for the kill. Solo being brought down very, very low. Has a wand charge, and there's going to be the finish.
Oh, he's still doing his role correctly, right? You know, he's
Exactly.
in between the enemy team and V-Tune. Goes down for it, but V-Tune finishes off another wave and heads back towards his ancients alive. So you'll take it.
Buy time. Everything for PA. Everything for V-Tune. How much is he away? He's, what, about 600 gold from finishing off the Battle Fury. There are some stacks that are being built. This could be that nice injection of gold. But again, the big thing is going to be Yadro going into this MKB. We'll see if he finishes in time. But even if he finishes it, I don't know if he actually... He still needs BKB afterwards, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, most certainly does. And then you have the question of, like, the actual blink there, too, so...
Right.
It's a litany of items that he's looking for here. But back to the mid. This time it's just range creep. Trying hard here to take this tower. Well, at least we were right about one thing in the draft. The push is pretty weak.
Yeah, I mean...
Ember PA, you know. Solo's doing his best.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, you sort of mentioned the two possibilities that they could have gone for on Navi to deal with this Underlord pick. We knew this is why they picked it, so he could stop the push from happening. But they didn't really punish him in lane. He won his lane. That's the other part that's kind of interesting.
He kind of crushed it there. And
Burrow
took the room.
Oh, and an easy kill there onto Toronto Tokyo. Hook shot afterwards. Trying to find and kill off Sweden Strong. Looks like it'll be enough there. Epicenter collapse. Gotta run away. But he is actually just a giant tanky slug. He might not be worried. Good blink back from Lays. And a couple little side blade connections onto no one should be the end of the rest of the aggression.
Everything for Toronto Tokyo, though, right? He's getting rooted and then burrowed and silenced, and they don't really have an option until Mira has the Force Staff, which it's nearly done. About 550 gold away.
Right.
It's a pretty good counter versus all of that, though, of course. If you can try and get them out of that Mystic Flare and all the other in-place combos that they're trying to throw down between epicenters and everything. Maybe even like some remnant jumps. So we'll see if they can get some big saves with that. Glimmer would be nice, too.
Yeah, totally. I think even, well, he's also going BKB and trying to rush that. They're going to find him down here. Ooh, right on top of a ward. And he backs away. Good decision made by Toronto Tokyo. And I think that they saw this ward up on the high ground, too, now. So
Collapse coming from behind.
Oh, Maposhka's over there as well. Tanks a lot of the aggression. Then they move in. Literally tanking spells for a storm so they can come in and kill the rest of them. Lays trying to back away. Collapse is there. But the burrow strike down to the low ground. And then the runaway. Do they decide to keep chasing here? Silence is out. Sweden Strong trying to hide, but they use the silence. That means Toronto Tokyo, he's good to jump. The walk forward and the kill. And now finding the edge as well. Easy pickoffs for Spirit.
Yeah, they got a great chase there with the Atos being up, and of course having a storm and a coddle, so can always just keep things going. I love the way the Collapse walked up there too, because I think he was kind of hoping that they might go for the buyback on the Ember, because he actually headed for a little bit before he bought out, but they couldn't quite tempt him there. And there's your replay here of that instant death from Maposhka as well.
Yeah,
you're welcome, team. I love this, by the way. Great communication between Collapse and Toronto Tokyo, because I noticed when he zipped in that Collapse is kind of holding out on the Atos, and I was a little worried that they might miss out, but they got the pull first, chained it into the Atos, and then using that ward on the high ground, they keep the chase going, and felt safe enough walking up that hill.
Yeah, definitely. Just playing with all this vision, getting it down there, and it makes all the difference in the world. Having that ward up on the high ground is so valuable. And, well, just like that, do they actually get the D wards over here? No, this is still all held by NaVi on the side of this side of the jungle.
We got an MKB in like 15 gold.
That's crazy.
It'll be out. BKB's nearly done on the Storm Spirit as well. Then they're going to go grab that Aegis. And this is going to be the best time for Team Spirit for the first, like, 30 minutes of this game. Everything's syncing up. The 4 staffs there from Mira. He's going to have a gem soon. So they're going into full lockdown mode. Like, they are just going to get all their items. They're going to get that Aegis. And they're going to start walking across this map and telling Navi that they're not allowed to be wherever they are. And so Navi have to enter, like, the pickoff, right? And they've done a good job of that so far this game. But with all these better defensive items, of course, from Team Spirit, it's only going to get harder.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Is like they've got the aggressive items, but then on top of that, the defensive stuff there as well. And I think this is the earliest MKB pickup that I've seen in a really long time. And it makes perfect sense. It's like the perfect item for this game. It does look like, though, they're going to lose this mid tower. And this could set up for a window if they can find somebody on the wave. Like, it always sucks when you're about to get all your items, you group together, and then, like, there's 1 or 2 pickoffs. And that's what Navi's draft does well. We'll see if they can find any here.
They're going to zone them out. They're right next to that pit. Yeah, Navi, they scan it. Are they in Roach? They do. So now if they don't scan, they're going to wonder if maybe they're going to smoke at them. And now the call's actually made by Mahoshka. He draws the line on the map. He's going to start this advance into the dire territory. Navi probably know about this just based off missing the Roach smoke.
But no one, he doesn't know. And, tries to find the backside. Hook shot misses completely, but he is out of mana. No one in trouble. Rooted the DD, a couple more punches, and he didn't stand a chance. Easy kill. On the other side, Mira will go down. But do they chase for more? They could think about it. Doesn't look like it.
Yeah, and they missed some other stuff there too, so not able to get the continuing catches since they use so much just trying to and then eventually finding no one. Their positioning, though, doesn't let them go right for the Roach pit. They're going to try and get another kill. Flare on the high ground spot solo, but Toronto Tokyo out of mana and Coddle's dead, so no help there.
B-Tune's coming back in again. Again, you're really close to BKB, and that is going to be another strong window for V-Tune. Obviously, still has to worry about the TA, but if you can get control on TA by these other heroes, it could be the recipe for success. And meanwhile, they find a quick and easy pickoff onto Mira. But Sweden strong over to the side will get brought down, and they're going to get the D wards afterwards on this.
All right, well, good news for Navi. They're hitting the pickoffs that they need because they just want to stop the 5-hero group up from Team Spirit. That is the goal right now. They need to delay a little bit longer until V-Tune's actually ready to engage. The bad news is this isn't happening while the Aegis has been taken. You know? That would be ideal if they'd already started that clock, but Team Spirit not opting for that. Is there a chance that Navi steal this Roche? Because, you know, you said the Deso, you know, the BKB's almost done, and then Deso's so far away, though.
No, they don't have it. Yeah, and like Ench isn't going medallion or anything.
Yeah.
No. Maybe if you can get really the troll skeletons, just boost everybody's damage.
They solve all our problems. Exactly. Any problem our draft has, we just get the trolls. That was the whole point of the patch, wasn't it? It's just, it's fine.
The jungle is back. It's strong.
Yeah, the jungle fixes your draft problems.
11-11, and like you said, I think there is like definitely a concerted effort on Team Spirit to hold off on getting this Aegis until TA gets BKB. She's getting close. You know, you've already got the Ogre Axe by virtue of the Dragon Lance, so I think this is just going to be a disassemble into BKB done, which will be super nice for Team Spirit, and then they can probably go and, you know, take whatever fight they want and go into Roche.
All right, guys. You guys got enough wards up there?
Yeah, all those wards and a TA trap.
It is interesting, though, because so many teams would have grabbed that Aegis before waiting for this BKB, but there's good reasoning, because if they had just the Aegis on TA, it is pretty hard to play the fight.
Yeah.
Between, like, you just look at all these heroes, right? It's going to be a total nuisance. But once the BKB's there, with Aegis, like, ooh, that's real difficult. And so, in we go. They have been sending in the Ench creeps, and more are going to come now, so this will probably signify that they're in there. Question is, does Navi do anything about it? Because I don't think so. That's a triple melded Roche.
Oh, God. Ember is right now 10 gold away from the BKB. He's actually going to get it back in base. But fine. it comes just a couple seconds too late.
They can't fight that. I think that's a disaster if you go in with this fight. Like, I don't think V-Tune's quite ready, even with BKB, for a real fight. They're ready for, like, guerrilla warfare, you know? They can try and grab these waves and be a nuisance and everything, and mostly no one, by the way. It's pretty much all on him. Mm-hmm. But I don't think that they can stand toe-to-toe unless it's on high ground.
Yeah, I thought maybe he could have gone for like a snatch or something on the Ember, but it's not a not quick enough regardless. And in the meantime, they are going to try and make a move down bottom. Always dangerous against an Underlord. Got that Fiend's Gate ready. But they've already taken the top tier 2 tower. Can take the outpost now if they want as well. And trying to shut down this game, TSpirit now holding on to all the cars. They've got triple BKB on all of their cores. This is how you end a game.
That feels good. That feels really good. 2 of them still at 9 seconds. Storm, the only one who's popped that first charge.
Smoke up. Who do they find? No one. Under vision. Jumps in, rooted. Oh, BKB popped immediately. Now no one. Getting chased a little bit. They have hook shot still if they want to use it. But they're just going to get the D ward here instead. And then continue to try and push out these other lanes. I mean, again, Sand King, Ember, these heroes are great at trying to sort of slow down pressure, but I don't know if it's going to quite be enough.
Yeah, Solo's got 90 seconds on the creeps too. You know, maybe start grabbing some satyrs, setting them down some lanes.
There you go.
We need everything to just slow it down right now.
Well, at least at this point, they've done a good job of it. NaVi just not completely losing the game. And they're getting closer to a couple of these bigger items. Like we said, V-Tune, he's getting to the Deso. 1,200 gold away from that one. Any other big items that will be coming out soon for them? Not really seen that much.
No, they need those like those big items on a couple heroes to make big changes. It feels like maybe like an Ags on Sky a little bit later on, but he needs to go more defensive, like the Ghost Scepter. So no one will just have the incremental scaling. Every item for V-Tune is pretty huge because it just, you know, it increases the chance that you're going to blow someone up before there's a potential response from TSpirit.
True. Yeah, absolutely. BKB will be nice for Lays as well.
Yeah, that'd be huge.
But he doesn't have it right now, and they bring in the Fiend's Gate. Everybody's here. How you doing? Welcome. Welcome to the pain train. That is such a cool use of that ulti. I love that.
And no one just runs at the creep wave. His allies are dying, and he's like, I gotta get this wave. Wait, we got get this out of here right now.
Yeah, V-Tune's going cross map with a haste. Just dodging wherever they can.
Well, he's not gonna dodge here. He's gonna run into Yadoro.
Ooh. Could a couple sideline hits? No, not enough. But just plateaued about half HP.
Yeah, that's a nice teaser of what could happen, isn't it?
Yeah. Have Blink done now, too, on Yadoro.
And the gem there from Mira just running around, being lovely.
So what do you think about this this Storm with Underlord combo as like a gank train? It's kind of cool.
Yeah, I know, it's so fast. Like, yeah. I wasn't expecting them all to pop out so quickly from that gate. It's kind of crazy.
Right. I mean, again, it's one of those things where if like you have a mag or something on your team, you're not going to be making that play necessarily with everybody at least. But you know, with sort of limited control as NaVi have, it's definitely dangerous. You can't really feel safe if this Storm is ever off the map.
Now they just head into the tower too, and yeah, if you're not building like auras and everything, I guess this is just like the big thing for Underlord now. It feels like it's more the aggressive Fiend's Gates, right? Like I feel like that's how you want to be playing this hero.
Yeah.
To the future, and I think it's the same build we saw last time too, heading into an Abyssal after that, just for like, you know, Basher and control and everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, lay down that pit and just be a problem forever. Definitely has had a good game so far on Collapse. Mid, Miposhka can do very much the same thing that Storm does. Hook shot in, Fiend's Gate afterwards, and Storm zipping from downtown. But at least for now, playing together with the rest of his squad. Get level 20 now on TA, so she has that meld armor reduction even further. And the jump in, Tokyo just trying to hold on to the tower.
That's true. That's actually a good point. It's not so much the items as like the talents that are coming out that might help save some things, you know? Like V-Tune game for 20. I guess the question is, does he actually do the blur?
Ooh. Burrow in. Miposhka dead. Now look at Lays. He's already completely blown up. Tokyo running in for Sweet and Strong. They buy back on the clock. Keep on looking for more. Eyes right now all for Vtune. Yadaro tries to slow him down. BKB to walk away. Does not feel good as a PA, but on the other side, they jump in, try and find Tokyo. It's not enough. Gets completely eviscerated by that TA. And now Miposhka with the buyback, able to set up for a couple of these different kills. And Root into no bash. Collapse dropping his items in front of him.
Into high five.
Yeah,
you know?
I like that.
No one's having a good time at the very least. So that's a frustrating situation because like you see the PA go back in, but it's because NaVi know that that's their only hope is that they have to. If you're caught and forced into the fight, you just have to take it. Like she's not getting out of there, right? Like Vtune had to jump back in, and it's you try and get the pick off, and then one person gets grabbed and slowed down. You think, oh, maybe we can fight this, and then there's a buyback from a Clockwork, and well, great glimmer there from Mira as well. Does end up dying, but still, just the ability to bring Vtune back into the fight is what ends up getting Vtune killed, right? So your death was obviously quite worth it.
Yeah. At the very least, they were able to snipe that gem. We saw that also. No one came on in and snuck it away from Mira, so a little bit of value there, even though it is still a 7K gold lead right now, 8K for TSpirit. So we get back into normal state of play. As you can see, TA top net worth 4,000 gold ahead of that PA, and it's not looking like it's going to get better anytime soon.
Yeah, they actually need that gem. That's a pretty big deal because TSpirit obviously are just going to be playing for the next Roche now. And if NaVi have taken their gem, there's a chance that perhaps NaVi get a decent vision advantage around the pit. Maybe that gives them the opportunity for some sort of a play there from no one. Doesn't have the shard yet for the Roche fight, for the annoying fire remnants with their AoE because he's still busy working on that Shivas for now.
Absolutely. I think that eventually, when you do get there, though, it starts to become Blast Drake. That's interesting. He does go for the blur evasion that you were asking about.
Yeah, so it's a really good talent, and it's like kind of annoying because you're dealing with TA. But when you look at Storm Spirit, all of Storm's it's like 30+% of Storm's damage comes from overload.
Yeah.
So being able to dodge out from that is still absolutely huge.
Right. Storm jumping after the BKB. Yadaro finds Solo and just gonna kill him. Dude, the Fiend's Gate gank. It's so strong.
Although, I was kind of wondering, like, maybe you dagger just for, like, some sort of a rapier hope later. You just get, like, the bonus.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't mind it. I mean, at that point, it feels like you're almost playing to, like, try and not lose, and they're just going to run at your buildings. But maybe that's the way they have to play, because... I mean, again, there are some ways that this could look okay, right? Ember goes in, starts the fight, and then PA, like, follows up and finishes it.
Are they smoking? They all come mid. They clear the way. They're coming in to clear out their jungle.
Okay. Storm jumps. BKB caught. Ember, is he gonna die? No one. Oh, the hook shot. It's off the mark. Vtune reveals himself. Now the jump in. Burrow strike afterwards. TA, but the force staff keeps her alive. Doesn't have BKB and is gonna go down. So they find the kill onto that TA. Now looking for more. With that BKB usage earlier, they knew the timing on it, and they could take that fight. They're gonna lose Collapse as well. TSpirit, some rare flubs here.
If there's any hero that can do it,
greedy.
Any hero, it's PA. She almost got blown up there by Templar Assassin, but Vtune able to get back out, then re-engage after. But I have the saddest story for you, NaVi fans. I'm so sorry. But Roche isn't back for another minute 47. It's a long Roche spawn, and that absolutely kills it for them. This was a TA with no buyback for like 90 seconds.
Yeah. They knew it too, that there's no Roche. They know that on TSpirit because they've got the trap in the pit. So yeah, that hurts. That hurts a lot.
So that's actually crazy how impactful that RNG is in that moment right there, because they hit their timing. They managed the play where Roche could be back up in a second. We have to go into our jungle. We need to control this. And that hurts. Now Miposhka bought another gem. Is that gone now?
No, Mira has it.
It's on Mira. All right.
Yeah. Also getting the Manta now on the PA. So another answer for these roots coming from the Underlord. I kind of wonder if he's going to come back regretting this Basher on the Underlord here. I don't know.
Hey, can't Manta if you're Bash, dude.
That's true, but can't Bash if you don't hit. I guess there's that like True Strike property that it has or whatever. But regardless, doesn't matter. As they take down the courier, and that is going to be the Hex almost completed for Storm. So Tokyo also down an item. Dude, it's coming together here. I don't know.
How do you win that next fight? Everyone's back alive. They're gonna smoke in. They have cleared out the trap, so they do have to do some scouting. But you know they have clockwork, so it's not too big of a deal for TSpirit. All right, how do I win that fight? Is NaVi? I mean, it looks even, but I feel like with just Storm being Storm, the fights are still pretty hard with this BKB right now.
Gotta bait out BKBs, yeah. That was the key to their success last time. Revealed, they see one, jump back.
Oh,
Triple root.
He's got a
follow-up. Yaro tried to get the angle, but it wasn't quite good enough. Now finding Sweden strong on the other side. This is BKB's use. The counter initiation is going to be very good, and they find that TA right at the start. Yaro, he gets the reflection off, though. Fraction back away, tries to escape. There's the hit, and then the walk away gets the blink out. Lays in some trouble now. They find the Sand King and they get to kill that Sand King. Can they go for any more afterwards? Dude, the refraction into blink away was so clutch. They need more DOTs on him.
You know what else happened is that no one was forced to remnant all the way back to almost the outpost. So he killed Miposhka, sure, after they used the hook shot and tried to get like a chain follow-up kill there, but he was still holding his BKB on no one. But then he remnants all the way back. He was just gone that entire engagement.
Yeah.
Just out of there. And so the rest of the team has to try and scrape by there and, you know, needed more just from V2 to hit the big ones. And unfortunately, they weren't able to get it. So into the pit they go. Now they just need a delay for a little bit. It's not too bad. I don't think this is a free setup right now from TSpirit, and they don't think so either. They're just going to farm it up a little bit more here at the moment.
All right. Interesting little dynamic there, too. They use the Fiend's Gate to refill so they can go back full HP into the next fight. Got 25 on TA, so the refraction instances are there. A couple of important things to watch for here, definitely. Anything else that's come out that's changed? I mean, the Shivas is done for Ember. Like we talked about, Manta almost done with Basher on PA.
Where's that scythe? Oh, still 30 seconds? Jeez.
Yeah.
It's so long. That's actually crazy how impactful that is.
It is. It's
that's the game being
it.
even right there. That being gone, you know, net worth-wise.
Well, again, very close in this moment. Buyback status, the other big thing to watch for here. Storm doesn't have it. Clock doesn't have it for 40. Almost all of Dire doesn't have it, mainly for gold.
This is also probably the last Roche fight without some Aeon discs in play. You know, you tend to start seeing them come out around that third one.
All right, Toronto Tokyo zips all the way back home, and now he has the scythe done.
Huge. All right, so now this time they can actually follow up when Miposhka hits the hook shot, right? Because Miposhka hit hook shot before the BKB on no one, but they couldn't really do anything that would lock him out.
Storm, he zipped already bottom. He's not going to be able to be here for the fight. BKB, Yadaro turns, tries to take down Lays. Hook shot afterwards, connected on the Sand King. Kills the Sand King in the duration of the BKBs. What's next? V-Tune has his BKB. Manta first, the jump in. Already dead on one. Can they find any more? Kato buyback. Toronto Tokyo needs to sip away. The silence is there. BKB and then the run. Solo chased. No BKB on Yadaro. V-Tune jumps immediately in, but the BKB swinging. Was held for so long. V-Tune, the absolute perfect play in this fight. And Edge was just doling out the damage the whole time. They have to buy back on a couple heroes.
These are big buybacks, though. TA having to spend one right now. Mira right at the start of the fight. Miposhka there, too. And NaVi, they didn't actually have the gold for the buyback anyway on Sand King. So they're sitting pretty with their buybacks. Now, again, collapse, too. We're all coming back. They want this Roche. This is theirs. I mean, surely NaVi can't fight this.
The only hero with a buyback that hasn't is Storm. He actually doesn't have it for 800 gold, but zips in, wants to find one. He knows that there aren't BKBs available. Do they have enough to kill off this PA in time? They will, and she doesn't have buyback. Solo, gonna get caught, gonna get brought down. Oh, what a huge win right there for TSpirit, and this should open up Roche.
All right, he's TPing out. Not gonna get him. Yeah, absolutely huge there. So, I mean, they bought this Roche with their buybacks, right? That's essentially what's happening here. And great scythe there from Toronto Tokyo to get the kill onto V-Tune. Just sort of locked him down, made sure that they could actually get the chain follow-ups there. And who did they give the shard to? Did they give it to Storm?
Yes. No, TA. Wait, she had it. Lays? In trouble? I don't think anybody's taken it yet. Am I crazy? Lays? Is he going to live here? They don't have gold. Jukes tries to get out. The hook shot's off the mark. Oh, they spot him now. No, it was going so well. Who the hell did get the shard?
I guess Coddle.
Coddle? Okay, yeah, the recall.
I mean, that's huge, right? You're already working with the Underlord, so you got some pretty high mobility happening here.
Yeah. Man, as much as, like, you know, obviously for Navi, it hurts to lose that one. That first fight was such a good usage of the Manta by the PA, like saving that BKB for so long.
Yeah, did he scythe one of the Manta illusions? I couldn't check.
I wasn't sure.
It kind of looked like that might have been what happened when Toronto Geo zipped in. But either way, yeah, the defensive play there. And like you rightly pointed out, the BKB, I did not know that thing was still up. That fight starts swinging. Because V2 went back in, I'm like, oh, he's insane. But they kind of have to. Like, he needs the big crits. And then the Golden God within came out. And I was like, oh, we're good. Yeah, this fight's Navi's.
And I think that, you know, obviously it's a testament to how important that's going to be, in like refreshers eventually coming out as well. In this game, I think that's just what Underlord provides. Super annoying hero, and he has an Abyssal Blade done now on the Underlord. So more ways of locking down these heroes.
Oh man, they need a Linken's here somewhere. I don't know who's gonna buy it, but like the Scythes, the Abyssals, they've played really well on Navi. They've done some great things. No one's surviving for the longest times, juking and being a total nuisance through a lot of this match. But at this point, oh, they actually have a Linken's. All right, never mind. We're good. Yeah, well done by no one. So very neat, because he was queuing up that eggs for a long time, but they can't just like go down to all this single target disable.
He's seeing the same thing you are. This is a tough game right now for them on Navi. It could go either way still, definitely. And you know, for both of these teams, they have shown a pretty good sort of record against mind games in the past. So it's been various moments where, you know, there's a spot at the major on the line. You win one series and right into the next one afterwards. Could be huge for him.
We had a reporter on the field wanted to point out there has been a purchase. Ladies and gentlemen. We have the Shard. Thank you, production, on the Templar Assassin. Picked up now as well. So very important to keep an eye on these team fights. It's going to be that big silence. Something for, hopefully Navi, of course, noticing that. Because if you're not paying attention, that could be really rough. And that's really going to hurt someone like Sweden Strong in particular. Still doesn't have any sort of a dispel. So... We'll just be locked out of the fight from a silence.
Yeah. Next round of items are up as well. And let's see, Trickster Cloak for Dire along with Ninja Gear. Not really that much else gained yet. There is a Spell Prism for Radiant that they have sent back home. Apparently they don't care about it.
Hey, you know what? Chipote's got a lot of gold there, Lyrical, you know?
Yeah.
You know what I like doing with a lot of gold? Find some nulls.
All right, moves on in, finds one. Burrow Strike afterwards. Torontoki lives through it. He'll still have BKB available on PA, but down too low with the Abyssal. It comes out at the last second. They find him. A bash now and ever. Dude, the Abyssal on Collapse. So strong. And Yadro gets the ultra kill off the back of the control. Damn, dude. I would be so mad if I was him right now.
What is it with Storm and the combos right now? We got Storm Visage happening with these birds getting the shard buffs. Now we got Coddle Recall as well as the gate here for a Storm Spirit that's just going to be like infinite mana, going home, coming back, buying null talismans. This hero is it's a menace. It's a total menace in society right now.
Get it out.
I thought Pugna was the problem.
I know, this is the real problem.
Storm's the scoundrel.
Unreal. Well, still 40 minutes in, a 16,000 gold lead, and Navi need to find that perfect fight. They haven't gotten it yet. This has still been so good from TSpirit.
Well, the Linken's was a Hail Mary. It was hoping to win that one fight, but the no buyback there means that they certainly can't engage here. I think if they only lose one lane, this will be very, very good. I mean, this is an Aegis TSpirit, and you don't have your Ember.
I mean, yeah, 19 seconds left. There's going to be a window here. I think if you're Navi, they can maybe try and hold them in place a little bit longer. It's so tough. They're going to disengage, and it's going to be clean. Collapse. Letting V2 know what he thinks about it. No. Jeez. Do they need to smoke out afterwards now? I don't know. Like, the Aegis is about to expire. Just now it's taken away.
All right, so luckily I'm very, very good at math. So let me do some quick math for you fine folks out there. This is a 19K gold lead, all right, for TSpirit. Math.
Okay.
Math part 1. Part 2, if we subtract some heroes, we can lower that, all right? So
okay, cool.
If V2 just jumps and blows people up, it's like the net worth's not even there for the fight. It's fine.
That's true.
So he just needs to do a little bit of subtraction, and we'll be okay. Eggs watch there. Did have a purchase come out here.
Got it on
it's
the
big
storm.
one.
Maposhka brought down low and dead. Hey, there's some math. There's some math. Only 10K
Some quick maths
gold
here.
lead.
That's a 10K lead.
Yep, exactly. NaVi,
Take some notes.
Can they get some more subtraction going?
I want to see the little writing notes emote. I love that one. Any of those.
Oh, yeah.
Keep doing your quick maths out there.
29 to 21. Getting them some more of these items, too. Yeah, this is super important. They got to get... Does PA take that, actually? Yeah, she's switching over to the Penta-Edge sword. So swapping back and forth between that and Ninja Gear. Even though she already has Blur. Whatever. It's fine.
How about we subtract nulls? That's fair.
Yeah.
When you're right, you're right. That is the really terrifying part. Is if they pull off... I was gonna say the miracle, and then that made me think that well, actually, I see Nico Baby do it way more often. But anyway, if they pull off the Phantom Assassin saving the game, like Nico Baby's done several times, I swear he's the best at it. V-Tune's gonna try and inspire that within himself right now. They're still gonna have to deal with a Storm high ground. Like even if they somehow take control of this game again, we're gonna have Storm, Coddle, Underlord, TA potential eggs later too. Who knows? With the projection, they can actually get everywhere.
Oh, it's so annoying. It's like the worst combination of heroes to play against if you're behind and you're trying to make a comeback happen. Because it's just going to take hours. It's going to take forever. But we'll see. We'll see if they're able to make it happen. I mean, we could be in for a long one, as has happened time and again in these EEU DPC games. So, meanwhile... NaVi take over the outpost, getting set up for the next Roche. 30 seconds until it's capable of respawning. Vision-wise right now, there's a really interesting ward that they've got on the low ground, which spots V-Tune right now, along with the rest of NaVi. And I think that they are...
Oh, that's a good one.
Is this grouping up for a smoke here? I mean, at the very least in this area.
The gem's right there on Lays, but he's too far away.
Oh, he's just outside of range. They got the vision right away. The jump from downtown tries to pull at all of them, and they get him. Oh, the spill damage from Yanaru. It's all there. That was exactly what they needed, and now the lockdown. Do they have anything else to follow? Jump, finds one. He's bought back and is now on top of the storm. Toronto Tokyo barely able to get out of there. They're going to have a recall afterwards if they want it. They got to disengage from this. Clockwork dead. Collapse drops down. The portal. Oh, but they got him before he can get out of there. A couple more hits is all they need, and they're going to find it for the kill. Go through the portal. Kill him in the fountain. Who cares?
Okay. No, don't do that. Team, relax.
Nowhere safe, Trent.
Well, usually I say wards win games, but that fight didn't go that well. Now, mind you, they did get the buyback on no one, which could prove vital. Because once again, NaVi fans, take a bow. There's no Roche. I'm so sorry.
It hurts.
I'm so sorry. But they're buying back. They're spending. They're actually winning these chances to get somewhere. Like, you have a DD on V-Tune. They could actually get it right now.
Oh, yeah. No, definitely.
It's a long spawn.
And even for the next, probably 30-ish seconds, they could get it no problem. But it's just not going to happen.
No.
Dang. And of course, on the other side, you've got Mr. Null Tally, whatever the hell. We got to come up with a name for when they do this, besides just, horrific, It's got to be
something. How about shameful?
Yeah.
Oh, he's doing the shameful storm here because, he's like a coward. He's not fighting. he's not even willing to be engaged upon. So hopefully we can limit the amount of players doing it if we just try and put a bad taste to it. Just kidding, though. Do whatever it takes to win.
Oh, you know what? You could probably do the recall thing with Coddle, too, right? Recall Storm as you're zipping out. That sounds awful.
Yeah. The Chen strats,
Yeah, exactly.
Goblin-like gameplay. That's pretty good. It's all right, though. It's competitive, guys. All things are allowed, Friendlies,
Absolutely.
no wobbling, but once it's bracket, baby,
There you go.
The wobbles
classic.
come out. Okay,
no homie stocks in Dota.
That's right.
Well, 31 to 23 and pressuring out topside now. TA has 7,000 gold in the bank. So a lot of this net worth lead is not accounted for yet, but it should be relatively soon.
That's true. Actual items, a little bit different in terms of the gold. But, okay. Take a deep breath. No one did spend his buyback already. I mean, he doesn't have it for 5.5 minutes, so. But he's got the tools. He's got the unkillable tools. There is a chance that he just lives now with his Aghanims.
That's right. Definitely something to watch for. I mean, no one has... He got locked down in that last fight as well with the Abyssal Blade. I don't anticipate that same thing happening again. They're also getting a little bit closer to AC on Collapse. Went for the Pit of Malice Roots.
Can we talk about how now the game didn't end, how insane that hookshot was, by the way? Because he flared and Miposhka, he connected onto no one, and he got the pass by stun, too.
Speaking of hookshot, they got him once. Force Staff, keeping him away, and just dead. Oh, that was a couple quick hits. A little dagger action and the follow-through.
That's got to make you a little worried, I feel like, to watch your clockwork and just get sliced and diced like the slap chops over there on the dire side or something.
This is very, very close here. And yeah, I mean, as you get higher and higher level, too, you're going to get that, like, triple stifling dagger at 30. You might see some rapier gaming soon. Scary.
Oh, refresher. Oh, look at that TA. Oh, she's so heavy with items that she can barely move. Ugh.
Yeah, no boots. No boot strats.
I saw that ending from miles away.
Well, in the meantime,
over-encumbered with gold.
I feel like we're going to get to the, like, super duper late game because buybacks are up again soon, right? Pull in.
Trondoggio?
Oh, that is not great. Does he manage to get out of here afterwards, though? Zips away and back home. And now, no one ready to battle. Long range hit, but
he couldn't grab the DD.
Much damage.
Yadro got it. And now they're going in the pit with the DD.
Clockwork. Back up again. He's thinking about it. Can drop down the pit right on top of him. Ember has BKB still. PA has BKB. Yadro. The Roche, it's dropping very, very quickly. They have vision. Ready to remnant in. He gets bashed by Roche. The jump in. No one tries to get it. He's able to snatch it. Takes the Aegis, but gets destroyed on the second half of it. Now the jump. B-Tune wants to find one. Yadro right on top gets the first big bash. Do they have any more? Second round of it. Tries to kill him off in time. B-Tune blows him apart. No one right on top afterwards. The Aegis seal into the carry kill. The absolute classic. And now the dodge. The block away. B-Tune gets out. Can think about going back in for round 2 of this one now. No one tries to chase it with a double 4-step and then a jump away. Toronto Tokyo gets out. No one also escaping. Unmitigated madness in the pit. And the final tally, V-Tune will get dropped. Yadro finds them. Hookshot afterwards. TSpirit in the end. They got what it takes. They take him down.
Oh, that was so crazy. V-Tune, I can't believe he won the 1v1 versus Yadro. But Yadro gets back into the game with a buyback, and V-Tune stuck around for too long, trying to find some way to get back in there to try and clean up some more kills there.
Oh,
no one at least gets out, does survive. Remember, no buyback down that Ember for still quite a time period here.
Yeah, they have the buyback on the other two, though, but Sky and Sand King don't have it. They've already used it. 2 minutes left on the Sand Kings. I don't know if they're going to be able to hold alone. I mean, at least there's no Aegis, but everything else just looks terrible in this fight for them.
Miposhka's pump faking. He's holding that hookshot. He's looking.
I think they give up at least one. Yeah, and then there's the tier 2 bottom. So as long as they can hold on to tier 4s, they're going to be okay.
And they are not showing at all right now. They're all way back in the fog. No one shows, but Miposhka not going to jump for that. Puts the ward down so they get a little bit better vision. Seeing back there now.
They're trying to take it. It's scary, though. So low. Drop down, but the jump in and the hookshot afterwards. And the Hex. Do they have enough? They need Yadro right on top, and the damage is there with the pull. It's more than enough. Dead for 2 minutes. And just like that, TSpirit blow this game the rest of the way wide open. And it should be a finish off here.
That was perfect.
Unbelievable.
They send in Toronto Tokyo knowing that he's got the buyback. So V2 was lurking in the trees, trying to find that perfect play. But just gets shut down by Miposhka. And even if Toronto Tokyo goes down, he just fights back, and they get the fight went after.
The chase down is there. No one trying desperately to hold on for all he's worth. They use the glyph, everything. Miposhka is going to fall here, and actually, Sweet and Strong holding on. It seems like it's going to be such a difficult hold for them, though, and no one is going to be caught. He's rooted. He is killed. Dead for 2 minutes again, and GG, well played, is finally called. TSpirit take game number 1.
Okay, now let us consider how well this game looked for TSpirit throughout most of it, though.
Oh, yeah.
And they still kept it really close on NaVi.
Absolutely.
I mean, like, TSpirit hit most of their timings. They were perhaps a little bit late getting the Roche compared to when they would have wanted to based on everything that was happening. And, you know, a couple things got messed up in some of those fights in terms of, like, Aegis and stuff. But Overall, Navi did a great job of keeping this game alive because TSpirit sort of just had it all coming together. And maybe you could also say that TSpirit were also playing really patient and just not taking any huge risks, because I would also say that was pretty true. Navi not ever really able to truly wrestle control back of this game.
Yeah, definitely. There were so many moments in there where it felt like it was just on the brink. And I think we want to highlight the big moment that came out right at the end here was just this Roche fight that it felt like it changed not everything, but it was like if they could survive through this last volley, it was going to be nuts. And
the
in
hook
the
shot
end, the
too.
seal. Yeah,
the hook shot here is so good. It comes in, he hits on both. Watch how fast they just lose Sandkick. He's actually just gone. They're getting both sliced and diced there by Yadaro.
Oh god, it was so clutch.
Oh my god, those side plates.
And then in the end, this turnaround, I mean, V-Tune almost pulled them back in through it. You know, the bash came out there. They had the refresher, another round of BKB, and then comboed together with no one. They took them down, but in the end, it just didn't matter.
Yeah, it was like Rock'em Sock'em Robots over there with V2 and Yadaro. You know, they're just bopping into each other, seeing what's going to happen. And then this was the real tragedy. But watch, no one gets silenced here. He gets silenced by that trap. He's in the pit, completely helpless. But no one sees him, thankfully. And then over on the eastern side, this is where V2 gets spotted. Look at that Atos. And ends up getting him killed. Coming back and trying to find some little side pick off there.
Unreal. If you stay alive on V-Tune there, or if you have the buybacks left over from, I think even just Sand King, I don't think they needed the Sky. They probably can hold against that second round, because obviously it was in a tough position, but you know, being able to bait that second round of buybacks out of TSpirit, and then you have like a win condition. You kill them one more time and game's over. But didn't end up being enough in the end. TSpirit take it. Whew, I'm looking forward to the rest of the series. It's gonna be good.
Yeah, I think Navi, it's always hard to judge the mentality of a team, but I would guess that they're feeling pretty good after that. I feel like they did a pretty good job holding on. Maybe some draft issues in terms of just like they didn't hit their own timing. Like they want to play that game a little bit faster.
Yeah. And
they really struggled to get any pressure from the Enchantress, right? We saw them struggle to take down that tier 1 mid. And I feel like Sweden Strong also had a really hard time being relevant, unfortunately. And like once the BKBs came out, right? They triple core BKB'd, and it felt like the Sky just couldn't really get very involved.
True enough. You know, absolutely. And I mean, this is kind of what we said might be an issue for them going into the later stages. These heroes start to struggle to remain the same relevance that they had before. But we're going to have to get to a quick break. We can't stick around talking about that great game one forever. We're going to go to break. When we get back, we're going to take a look at game number 2 right around the corner.